Welcome to the Panic Room, where we talk about all things panic-inducing. I am the Queen of Panic. Warning, some episodes may contain content that may be disturbing to others. Viewer discretion is advised. Now let the games begin. Hospitals located in Europe used to use leeches for medical procedures. During this time, doctors started developing leeches that were specifically made for medical procedures. They were called blood drains. They were genetically modified versions of the European leeches, but were much longer and were painless when draining the blood from patients. They were officially finished in 1848 by nurse Pamela Stine, who was then uncredited, and her husband, Alexander Stine, took credit. The blood drains became a very reliable medicine and method of draining diseased blood out of patients. The creatures were said to grow up to 2 to 21 centimeters long, and they had sharp teeth that had sticky mucus on them so they could grab bacteria and blood that were microscopic. The creatures were said to be initially decomposers and carnivorous, which led to doctors trying to feed them prior to a procedure. However, they were still hungry and ended up attacking humans during procedures.
The blood drains were desperate feeders, if you will. They usually ate plankton and small krill, but when they become desperate and are still hungry, they'll eat the first thing they see, and that just so happened to be the patients.
Despite this, the doctors were desperate to keep this in the dark and hide the bodies. But the truth was uncovered when one drained the blood out of a 9-year-old boy named Victor Wilson and refused to let go. His teeth started impaling the boy's arm where it was placed. The boy passed out from the lack of blood in his body, and he died. 25 others were killed by the blood drains prior.
The hospitals enough were desperate to keep the deaths under wraps. They hid the deceased in storage units, buried deep underground, and told families that they were in a deep coma that was disease-filled. Somehow, families fell for it and just assumed that they were asleep. It took a young, innocent child to die for the doctors to finally do something about those slimy demons. Xavier Stoneman, doctor at one of the hospitals that used blood drains.
In 1889, they were deemed too dangerous, and the blood drains were sealed up in basements of the hospitals afterward. It is unclear why they didn't just kill them. However, the creatures still found a way to slip out of the cracks of the basement doors. In 1895, a doctor was attacked by one of the blood drains, who slid into the doctor's esophagus and made him gag for a solid 40 seconds and eventually killed the doctor. Blood started flooding the doctor's mouth. No one really knows why this doctor was attacked. Some say they were just hungry. Some even claimed they felt hatred and attacked the doctor because he helped seal them up. When an autopsy was performed on the doctor, whose name was uncovered as Gregory Hines, it was revealed that vital organs and intestines had bite marks and partially were ripped off inside of the body. The blood drain was sliding around, laying eggs in the stomach area. I have never been so disgusted in all of my life. The creature was oozing black goo inside the body and was making tiny, slimy noises as it moved around. Its pure glowing white eyes were menacing as its black worm-like body shook violently as we pulled it out. The eggs started hatching, and they squealed and cried for food. The doctor picked them up and squished them so they wouldn't become adults and start this mess all over again. Laura Wallen, nurse. Photographs of the autopsy corpse were lost to time, burnt, torn, and some were told not to be published due to contents of them. But reports have been recovered, albeit in poor quality. Most hospitals containing them have been left to rot with them inside. One person in 2012 went inside and ran out terrified. His eyes were in a wide expression of shock and pain. His skin was incredibly pale, and he hasn't said a word since. A photo taken from inside has been resurfacing and probably fills in the details of what he saw. The photo is speculated to be a blood drain fully grown. The man then finally spoke out and said,
"I wanted that photo to be long forgotten. You made me remember the worst night of my life. That thing was evil. I saw bodies of deceased piled up in an office space. I saw pools of blood dripping from his sticky, sharp teeth. I was lucky to get out and forget. Not anymore, thanks to you."
The man has recently passed away in 2019 from supposed suicide. If you have any stories that you would like to see narrated here on the channel, please go into the subreddit and submit them there. The link is in the description. Also, we do have a Discord now. Thank you so much to Creepy Clown Girl for putting it together for us. You can come hang out with me and other narrators and get the party started, get spooky with us. That link is also in the description as well. And last but certainly not least, I wanted to introduce the King of Panic. We have a lot of brand new content coming soon with him in it. He is very talented. He does not have his own channel. He just kind of wants to be a part of this. So if you would like to hear from him once you start and you like his voice, stay tuned here. And as always, thank you for visiting the Panic Room. You have successfully made it to the next portion of your tour. Please stay tuned for your next prompt. Click the like button and subscribe to receive notifications for when the next portion of your tour is ready to join. Thank you for watching. Don't let the panic drown you.